There's only one WWE star who could return and cost Liv Morgan in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Here's who. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan, is set to participate in the Queen of the Ring tournament. On the Clash in Italy post-show, the tournament bracket was revealed, and the Miracle Kid was surprisingly a part of it. Morgan is set to face Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green in the first round of the tournament. Fans were surprised to see Morgan being involved in the QOTR since she's already the Women's World Champion. Since the winner of the tournament will receive a world title match at SummerSlam, the Miracle Kid's participation doesn't make much sense. However, what if Morgan's first-round match is used to further a story that has been put on hold? The Judgment Day member could get eliminated in the first round itself, thanks to the returning Stephanie Vaquer. Morgan defeated Vaquer to become champion at WrestleMania 42. On the following episode of Raw, La Primera confronted the Miracle Kid, making it clear that she wasn't done with Morgan. However, Vaquer's real-life injury forced her to be sidelined. She was attacked by the Judgment Day backstage in late April and has been absent ever since. That said, reports suggest that the Dark Angel could return as soon as the post-Clash in Italy episode of Raw. Given how she was written off television, Vaquer will most likely go after Morgan and company upon returning. Stephanie could return and cost Liv the first-round match for the Queen of the Ring tournament. In La Primera's absence, nobody has stepped up to Morgan. The Miracle Kid's title reign has yet to properly begin, even though she has been the champion since WrestleMania 42. Vaquer's injury may have disrupted the plans for her rivalry with Morgan. That said, the Dark Angel's return could give the Judgment Day member her first challenger for the Women's World title. However, it might cost Liv an opportunity to win the Queen of the Ring. That said, this scenario is only based on speculation, and nothing has been confirmed. Liv Morgan explains why she's participating in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Fans were surprised to see Liv Morgan's name in the Queen of the Ring tournament bracket, since she's already the Women's World Champion. The participants were revealed during the post-show of Clash in Italy, where Morgan was present. The Judgment Day member gave a solid reason why she's participating in the upcoming tournament. It had me thinking of all the people that think Liv Morgan isn't a good champion. It had me thinking of all the people that say, Liv Morgan does not defend her title. It had me thinking of all the people that say, Liv Morgan isn't worthy of being champion. You know what that made me think? That made me think that I am entering the Queen of the Ring tournament because I want it all. I want it all, so I am taking it all, because I'm the greatest Women's World Champion of all time. It remains to be seen how Liv Morgan fares in the first-round match against Lynch, Bliss, and Green. WWE. News Roundup Clash in Italy results. Reason Liv Morgan is in Queen of the Ring, full brackets revealed. Welcome to another edition of the WE News Roundup, as we take a look at the fallout from Clash in Italy. The first major premium live event in Italy was a big hit, and saw Sol Ruca being crowned the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, while Brock Lesnar finally defeated Obafemi, even though it took 7 F5s. We have several stories to get into, as stories from the show and afterward roll in. So, without any further delay, let's get into today's roundup by first taking a look at the results from Clash in Italy. Among the 4 title matches last night, only one of them changed hands as Sol Ruca won her first main roster title by defeating Becky Lynch. She had already defeated the man once at Saturday night's main event 44, albeit by disqualification. Last night, though, she finally pinned her rival to dethrone her. Elsewhere, Cody Rhodes retained his title under controversial circumstances as Gunther's leg was under the rope. However, the referee was unable to see it and completed the 3 count. The ring general kept protesting after the match, but his complaints fell on deaf ears. Roman Reigns seemingly confirms his next targets after defeating Jacob Fatu. The OTC defeated Jacob Fatu for the second time in a row to retain the World Heavyweight Championship and maintain his 100% record in tribal combat matches. A rather interesting development took place after the finish, as Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tala Tonga were seen in the crowd. Reigns pointed them out and claimed that they were next, now that he was finished with Jacob Fatu and his storyline involving the World Heavyweight Championship. It now remains to be seen whether Sikoa and Reigns will renew their rivalry from a year ago, with Fatu seemingly joining the OG bloodline by the end of Clash in Italy. Roman Reigns directly insults Cody Rhodes after retaining his title at Clash in Italy. The tribal chief has established himself as one of the biggest stars in WWE of the 2020s. Following his record-breaking Universal Championship run, he is now the World Heavyweight Champion and has already retained his title twice against Jacob Fatu. Following his most recent match at Clash in Italy, Reigns trash-talked to the camera while heading back up the ramp. Rather surprisingly, he took a shot at Cody Rhodes by referring to him as the Now. They know who the head of the table is, who the captain of the ship is, that noise. It's the tribal chief, he said. Reigns and Rhodes had a tense run-in backstage after the show as well. The two did not exchange any words, but the tribal chief looked very dismissive of the undisputed WWE champion as he walked past him. It was perhaps a subtle tease about the two facing each other once again in the near future. King and Queen of the Ring brackets announced after Clash in Italy. WWE announced the brackets for the 2026 King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. The first round matches will be fatal four-way and will begin on the June 1st episode of Raw. The first King of the Ring match will feature Oba Femi, Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, and Penta competing for a spot in the semi-final. The first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament will pit Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green against a surprise competitor in Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. It is unheard of for a world champion to enter the Queen of the Ring tournament, especially since the winner gets a title opportunity at SummerSlam. The finals of the King and Queen of the Ring will be held at Night of Champions. At the end of the month, Liv Morgan appeared on the Clash in Italy pre- and post-show. Although she wasn't booked for the premium live event, she is set to enter the Queen of the Ring tournament, leaving several fans confused. However, she confirmed why she was entering the tournament in typical Liv Morgan fashion on the post-show. She claimed that she was the greatest women's world champion of all time, and that she wanted it all, referring to the WWE Women's Championship currently held by Rhea Ripley. It now remains to be seen whether she will be able to win the tournament and potentially become the first double world champion of the modern era.